ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
All right, sports fans, if you're watching the show, I'm assuming you're a sports fan, and two of the best days in sports start today. That's why we brought in the big guns. Jay Williams, it
might be
has been
the
too
best
long.
day in sports, Molly.
You think it is?
Might be the best day in sports.
We might have to debate that a little later because
Okay.
I'm not so sure about that. It's great to see you. Love the
see you
Sport
too.
Co. It all starts right after us at noon. Where's StephenA? There he is. Hey, StephenA, good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning, Molly. My brother. What's
It's
going
been a
on,
while,
man?
baby.
What up,
It's
man?
been a while.
What's going on, man? About time. I mean, you know, you're doing big-time college basketball things, stuff like that. Can't find the brother. Can't see him nowhere. It's really, really nice to see you, my brother. It's really nice to see you. How you doing? How you doing?
I just want you to know I wore a suit and tie for you
Oh,
today.
You know what? You know,
For you
there is a standard on first, okay? So, I mean, this is where we are right now. It's where we are.
All I know
What's
is
up, y'all?
I've missed you guys battling. You know, when you guys,
It's been a while.
you guys trend and go viral and people think you hate each other. It's always
That's my
a good time.
big brother. That's what we
I know.
do.
Well, we'll
That's
see if
what
it
we do.
happens today.
That's
Buckle
what we
up,
do.
people.
That's
Mina
right.
Kimes is going to be with you out in L.A., StephenA, and we'll also have Monica McNutt here. A lot to dive in, and obviously we're
Molly.
starting with the tournament. What's up?
I've also heard that later on in the show,
Okay. All right, Xavier rallied to take down Texas in their first four matchup last night and secure their spot in the tourney. The Musketeers erased a 13-point deficit in their biggest comeback win of the season. They are now set to face 6-seed Illinois tomorrow with the field set. Duke, freaking Duke, is the favorite at ESPN Bet Sportsbook, marking the first time as the betting favorite since 2019. Florida jumped Auburn after winning the SEC title, while fellow one seeds Auburn and Houston are the only other teams shorter than 15-1. Okay, Jay Will, which team winning it all do you think makes the biggest story?
Okay, so I'm going to say
Don't.
that
Okay,
you
go.
What do we have happening in the NBA right now? Think about all the MVPs, from the Giannis's, the Jokers, Joel Embiid, all international players being born, right? SGA when he wins it, Canadian. And what do we say we won the All-Star game? We say we won international players versus American players.
Yeah.
And think about all the conversations that we have, regardless of whether players like it or not. I hate it, but it's a real thing about who's going to be the face of the league. Anthony Edwards says, I don't want it. John Morant says, he's kind of off that here and there.
okay.
So get where I'm going on this one, StephenA. Cooper Flag now. There are pictures of him in college basketball with his face and the American flag behind it.
Yeah.
Think about everything happening in our country right now, right? About what it means to be America first, okay?
Yeah.
He's from Maine. He's not like from one of these cities, East Coast. He's from Maine, okay? Representing the bigger grand stage of the country. He's won in high school. If he wins at Duke, now I hate these comparisons, but people naturally do it, StephenA. You know where I'm going. The Larry Bird, I'm like, he don't play nothing like Larry Bird. His game is actually more like Paolo Banchero, but certain people do things like this. So if Duke wins and Cooper Flag wins, it becomes way bigger than just basketball. And then it becomes, could he be the face of the league moving forward? That's what I'm saying. You get it?
I really like that.
You get where I'm going?
I
know this is right down your alleyway right now. I listen to your show, by the way.
Hey, Jay.
Hey.
Jay.
Oh, God.
I approve that message.
That-
But let me say this. Let me say this to you. I love what you brought up. Cooper Flag, the American flag. Let's call it what it is. White. You understand what I'm saying?
You can say it.
I mean,
I stay away from it.
damn
You
right
can
I'm
say
going
it.
to say it.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying? Listen, we see some of these European brothers, but again, European is not American, okay? And so when you look at it from that standpoint, I get where you're coming from, the marketability. Here's the hole in your argument, though. You're absolutely right. Everything you just said, once he gets to the NBA. Ain't nobody think about that for March Madness. This is March Madness we're talking about here. This is the NCAA tournament, right? You talk about Cinderellas and, epic stories and stuff like that. Cooper Flagg going to the NBA with that kind of marketing behind, I mean, it would be sensational. I get you. And I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that's for next level. For this level, this month, this NCAA tournament, my answer to this question is St. John's with Coach Rick Pitino. Providence, Kentucky, Louisville. I mean, 6 different programs you've taken to the NCAA tournament. The man's won 2 national titles at least. I mean, when you consider the greatness of Rick Pitino and how he was left for dead, his career was supposed to be over, after all the turmoil that he endured, and you go to St. John's and you get them to a Final Four, oh my God, if they win a national title, let me say this to you. St. John's, it was Chris Mullin, it was Walter Berry, it was Willie Glass, it was Mark Jackson. Damn it, I even remember Bill Whittington, for crying out loud. Now, obviously, very props to him, but he had no chance against Patrick Ewing. But you understand what I'm saying. The St. John's, this is when they were called the St. John's Redmen, not the St. John's Red Storm, okay?
I'm with you, I remember.
St. John's was a special, and the program was left for dead. We looked at college basketball. We looking at the SEC. That's what we were looking at. Hell, we entertained the Pac-12 and I'm saying the ACC. We looked at the Pac-12 and the SEC. ACC definitely was it. The Big East had dissipated to the point where we see these other programs like Creighton and other places in the Big East. We're like, what the hell is going on here? Syracuse? Where's Syracuse? Where's the Syracuse-Georgetown rivalry? Where's Georgetown, St. John's? Where's the Syracuse-Georgetown rivalry? Where's Georgetown, St. John's rivalry? Where's Villanova in the mix? We did all of this. And now, the return to relevancy, courtesy of Rick Pitino. I'm sorry, Jay.
Every college basketball game you've seen this year or promo, whose face has been on the promo?
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
What do you mean that's not fair? What do you mean that's not fair?
Cooper Flagg is a baller. I got nothing but love for him. But if Cooper Flagg was playing at UCLA, even the great UCLA, it wouldn't have been like that. The Duke program.
He's not.
The Duke program gave him that profile.
Clark all year long. Not saying that Caitlin Clark and Cooper Flagg are the same, because they're not. Right. I get it. But if we've been hearing about Caitlin Clark all year long and then she won it, if we've been hearing about Cooper Flagg all year long and then they won it.
I'm glad you brought up the Caitlin Clark analogy to some degree. Let me tell you why. We were watching Caitlin Clark. Of course, we were looking for South Carolina, but the NCAA tournament, women's tournament, was pretty much all about Caitlin Clark and a collision course with Angel Reese and LSU. Yep. At that particular, that's really what it was about. This NCAA tournament ain't about Cooper Flagg. This NCAA tournament about the NCAA tournament. That's what it's about. We're looking all over the place. There's storylines all over the place for the NCAA tournament. It ain't about Cooper Flagg. It was about Caitlin Clark last year. It ain't about Cooper Flagg this year. It will be once the season's over and that brother's going pro. Everything you said will come into play. And if I'm them, I'm marking it. The flag behind Cooper flag,
That's
oh, my
what I'm
Lord.
saying.
I mean, it can't get much better than that. But not for the NCAA tournament. Ain't nobody think about that. Ain't nobody thinking about that. I'm telling you right now, it's about the NCAA tournament. You're thinking about a bevy of stories. NCAA tournament, ain't nobody think about that. Ain't nobody thinking about that. I'm telling you right now, it's about the NCAA tournament. You're thinking about a bevy of stories going on with the NCAA tournament right now. What's Auburn and Bruceboro going to do? Okay, Calipari in Arkansas, you going to be relevant? Cooper flag with Duke, no doubt about it.
There were a lot of great stories last year.
Will Florida and Duke meet for the national title?
There were a lot of great stories last year in the NCAA women's tournament. We just pushed the one with Caitlin Clark all the time.
No. Time
there
out.
were a lot of great stories.
No, we didn't put. See, I disagree with that. We didn't push it. The audience told us they wanted that story.
But does that mean there weren't great stories
about Cooper flag? Come on now. He's one of many. There's many great stories in the NCAA tournament.
I don't know if he's one of many.
All right.
I don't know if he's one of many.
All right, we'll see what he did. We'll see how he does on Friday against Mount St. Mary's at 2:50.
Why'd your eyebrow twitch like that when you start yelling at me?
We're going to leave it right there and move into the NBA.